inflating on the height, the abysms low, on the height. She has come from the supernal world, see, and the abysms low. It sullies with his mire heaven's messengers. Now, this is of course a general statement, but entirely in the context of Savitri, who is now a messenger also. It sullies with his mire heaven's messenger. Its thorns of fallen nature are the defense. It turns against the Saviour hands of grace.
Who is it?
Inflating on the high abysms law, it sullies.
Who it?
Previous line. Mortalities.
Mortality. Yes.
It sullies its mire, heaven's messengers. Its thorns of fallen nature are the defense. Well, the rose is of course a very beautiful flower, so lovely, full of beauty and all that. And there are 5 types of roses, 5 qualities of roses: rose of love, rose of joy, etc., all that thing. But they had to be protected with thorns. Thorns are their protection. Inflating on the height, the abysms law, its sullies, its mire, heaven's pressure, its thorns of fallen nature are the defense. It turns against the Saviour hands of grace. It made the sons of God with death and pain. A glory of lightning traversing the earth scene. Their sun thoughts fading, darkened by ignorant mind. Their work betrayed, their good to evil turned. Their work betrayed. Well, it was betrayed during his own lifetime, in the case of Christ. Their good to evil turned. He brought love for humanity, and that love became the instrument of inquisition. Inquisition, you see. They are good to evil turned. The cross, their payment for the crown they gave. Only they leave behind a splendid name. So what remains behind is only the name Christ. A fire has come and touched men's hearts and gone. A few have caught flame and risen to greater life. Well, only those who are kind of ready inwardly, they profit by the appearance of the avatar and make progress. A few have caught flame of spiritual progress, of aspiration, and risen to greater life. To unlike the world, she came to help and save. Obviously, she is too unlike. She is of a divine nature, a different kind. Her greatness weight upon its ignorant breast is of the world. Ignorant breast. And from its deep chasms welled a dire return, a portion of its sorrow, struggle, fall. This is what happens. This is the reply, response. To unlike the world, she came to help and save. Her greater darkness, her greatness weighed upon the ignorant supreme, and from its deep chasms welled a dire return, a portion of its sorrow, struggle, fall. To live with grief, to confront death on her road, the martyr's lot became the immortal share. To live with grief, to confront death on her road. Now, this is a complete description. Well, let us read that thing further, we'll see that thing again. Thus, trapped in the gin of earthly destinies, awaiting her odious hour, abode, outcast from her inborn felicity, accepting life's obscure terrestrial robe, hiding herself even from those she loved, the Godhead greater by a human fate. A dark foreknowledge separated her from all of whom she was the star and stay, too great to impart the peril and the pain. In her torn depths she gave the grief to come, as one who, watching over men left behind, takes up the load of an unwitting rain, harboring a foe whom with her heart she must feed. Unknown her hat, unknown the doom she faced, unhelmed she must foresee and dread and dare. Well, let us read this thing again now. Just trapped in the gin of earthly destinies. Gin of the earthly destinies. Gin, snare, trap. Is it all right? Gin? How does he say? How does it?
He put something like net, the net, net.
Like a fishing net.
Oh, fisher net. No, it's not net.
Filet. Il a mis filet.
No, it's not net. No,
What is
no.
it exactly, gin?
Gin is a trap. Snare. See, basically, again in the medieval days, in the feudal days and all that thing, the big landlords and all that thing, used to have big farms and agricultural the products and all that. The laborers, the poor people, the hungry people would come and steal away some food, something from the farm, you see. In order to stop that, they had invented some kind of a trap so that you can catch them and beat them and drive them away, you see. Gin. The thin, strong wires by which you catch the person, hold him, and give him thrashing or whatever is required.
Like you catch peacocks and hares.
Yeah, that is birds. But now in the medieval days, this is what they were doing for the laborer, for the poor people, for the hungry people, you see, because they would come and steal from your farm.
But physically, how was this gin? Which material?
Some metal wire mesh.
Metal trap.
Yeah, metal
Like
trap.
You have now in the fields, you have thin wires and you catch birds.
Yeah.
In metal.
Metal. Yeah.
You have never seen? Our dogs were caught. Yeah, but for a human, no. I never see for human.
So
Well, what the dictionary says is this one: a trap for catching small mammals, consisting of a noose of thin, strong wire.
You see, they are like this. Our dogs
Strong wire. You see.
yes,
in the fields, yeah.
cut them loose.
Yes, we have to cut them loose with a wire cutter. They didn't come home and
Just trapped in the gin of earthly destiny. So that is the kind of a trap snare, you see, is to catch them, you see. Just trapped in the gin. Now, of course, the common use of the gin in a little different sense is ginning machines. Ginning machine, you remove the seeds of the cotton, separate cotton and the seeds. So that is what the ginning machine does. Means you trap the seeds and throw them away and take the cotton out. That is what the ginning machine does, you see. So it is also a kind of a trap for the seeds of the cotton. Ginning machine you must have seen also perhaps, no? How the cotton is always going to be a seed and then cotton seed. So you have to remove the seed. That is done by the ginning machine. Just trapped in the gin of earthly destiny, awaiting her odious hour. So she is awaiting. Now the word awaiting is important. As if she is expecting, as if it has to happen, as if this is a must. Awaiting her odious hour about Savitri lived. Awaiting because she already has the foreknowledge of what is going to happen on a particular day. Savitri has been told by Narad, look, Savitri, you are going to marry Satyavan But this day returning, 12 months afterwards, this day returning, Satyavan must die. And she is awaiting that hour of the death of Savitri. 106.146. Well, we'll read the previous sentence also. In one brief year, when this bright hour flies back and perches careless on a branch of time, the sovereign glory ends, heaven lent to earth. This sovereign glory, that is Satyavan. This sovereign glory ends, heaven lent to earth. This splendor vanishes from the mortal sky. Heaven's greatness came, but was too great to stay. That is what Narada is telling. And then he is concluding, 12 swift-winged months are given to him and her. This day returning, Satyavan must die. And Savitri is awaiting for the audience hour. Savitri is awaiting for that hour, you see. This is tremendous, you see. Here we have got here. Already made everything very precise. In one brief year, when this bright hour flies back, this bright hour, he is making an announcement on a particular day, and it is a bright hour. Something is worse, something glorious is kind of implied in what is going to happen, you see. Therefore, it is a bright hour. Also, it is a bright hour because Narad is making this prophecy around noon time, midday. He goes away back to his paradise at noon. Still, he comes early morning, 8:30 or so. Then they got a rendezvous for a long time, meeting, and then at 12 o'clock noon, he goes back. So that bright hour, that noon. So bright hour is already, means the time is fixed. Also, this day returning, the day on which he is making the statement, this day returning, given 12 swift months. So the hour is fixed, the day is fixed, the year is fixed. Completely. Kshana, Muhurta, Samvatsara, all these things are fixed already, you see, in the calendar of destiny that Satyavan must die. The moment Savitri meets and they pledge to be together, this has to happen. Because it is in that the bright hour really begins. The new creation starts from that, you see. So he is extremely precise, this bright hour, this day, this year. Now, just trapped in the gin of earthly destiny, awaiting. You see, this word awaiting is very important in that sense. Her audience hour, because she has the foreknowledge, accepting life's obscure terrestrial robe. Well, she has taken the human life here, hiding herself even from those she loved, hiding herself even from those whom she loved. The Godhead greater by a human fate. Now this is important again, hiding, you see, the first canto, rather the second section now of the first canto, is a kind of a flash forward. What is going to happen in future? All the events which are going to occur later on are kind of summarized, described rapidly in the second section here itself. And that is what we are saying, back and forth. If you read Savitri, you get a connection there, you see. It's a flash forward, not flash backward. It is forward, it's a future, you see. And therefore, people say that Savitri is plunging in the middle of the story by describing this, plunging directly in the middle of the story. Ex media, you see. That is what people say. Well, in a way it is true, but I will say that Savitri begins with the beginning. Savitri really it is not plunging in the middle of the story, that Narad, etc., are brought straight over here. It is not that. The story of Savitri begins with the beginning, We have seen the first section already how things have happened. And here, what is going to happen is not kind of foreseen, but it is already present in the transcendent. All that is going to happen here is already present. Yes, Savitri will come, this will happen, Narada will come, etc. is already kind of foreseen there. The working out of the events and details have been already fixed there. Now they had to simply roll out in the passage of time here in the earthly process. So this is basically, in that sense, this story is in fact narrated in the transcendent, that, well, Savitri will develop like this, means the epic Savitri will develop, and it will unfold here, you see. So he is already seeing that here, awaiting, etc., are already from that angle. Yes, Savitri will take mortal birth, Savitri will do these things, Savitri will find Satyavan, Narada will come, Narada will tell, all that thing is already kind of written up there, you see. And it is, means the story is already inscribed in the transcendent. It has to be worked out now in the terrestrial dimensions. And that is what we have now from the next book onward, you see. So the first two cantos, Savitri symboled on, means epic Savitri symboled on, and the next canto, the issue, form the complete background of what is in the mind of the Supreme as far as Savitri's work is concerned. And I will call that that is the real beginning. That is the beginning of beginnings, you see. What is there in the mind of the Supreme, so to say. How he is going to work out the details, they are already there, you see. Therefore, I call it as a beginning of beginnings, you see, real. Not in the middle of the story, you see. Although it looks that we have got Narada here, we have got other things coming up here. It's not like that at all, you see. In other words, the epic Savitri as a poem has a continuity of the entire description. These two cantos, first two cantos of Savitri, give the entire background, so to say, who is Savitri, etc., etc. And I call them as the introduction to Savitri, the beginning of Savitri, prolegomenon, you see, prologue, you speak before the whole thing happens, you see. So these two cantos form the prolegomenon of Savitri, you see, for what we are doing, you see. Hiding even herself. Now this is, we will refer again the text here. Hiding herself even from those she loved. Savitri knows what is going to happen 1 year after the marriage. In the forest she knows that, but she has not revealed that secret to anybody at all, not even to her husband, that 1 year after marriage she is going to die. Nobody knows about the thing. Now that is a tremendous capacity of a woman to hold back that thing in her soul and not utter a single word, because she knows that uttering a single word is going to spoil the entire story, you see. It's going to spoil the entire story. She has that capacity, that power, and that is a tremendous yogic capacity she already has. That is the divine Savitri herself can have that thing up there. Therefore, she is not going to reveal. Hiding herself even from those she loved. Let us read some of those passages. 115, 19. Well, this is the beginning of the book of Yoga, Savitri's book of Yoga. And the background is, of course, in the first canto of the book of Yoga. Narada has already told what is going to happen. Still veiled from her was a silent being within. Savitri is in a dilemma. See, this is happening. Narada has made the announcement, and now she goes and starts staying in the hermitage along with Satyavan and her parents-in-law and all that. But she is also within herself constantly counting the number of days remaining for that great event of Satyavan's death. She is trying to get some help. She is human Savitri in full human form capacity, and she does not know what is going to happen, how things are going to shape, how she is going to face that moment. She has absolutely no idea at all at that point. She is looking for some help here, some help there, some help there within, but there is no answer, there is no response at all. Therefore, still faith from her was a silent being within, who is there within herself, who sees life's drama path with unmoved eye, support the sorrow of the mind and heart, and bears in human brain the word and will.